Welcome back to K-Drama's Echoes, the channel where fame is never just glamorous, love is never simple, and silence often speaks louder than words. Here we don't chase headlines alone, we follow the emotions beneath them, the moments fans replay in the quiet hours of the night, and the stories that refuse to fade even when the cameras turn away. Today's story is not about a scandal caught in the act or a statement released by an agency. It's about something far more unsettling, far more powerful, and far more emotional. It's about silence. And the man whose silence has left millions of fans searching for meaning where there are no answers. BTS Jungkook. There was a time when Jungkook felt like he belonged to everyone. His voice echoed through sold-out stadiums. His laughter filled live streams, and his presence dominated timelines across the world. Fans didn't just admire him from a distance. They felt emotionally connected to him. Jungkook wasn't just the youngest member of BTS. He was the symbol of growth, vulnerability, and possibility. People watched him grow up in real time, from a shy teenager with wide eyes and nervous smiles into a confident global icon who could command a stage with a single glance. That journey created something deeper than fandom. It created attachment. For years, Jungkook gave fans access to moments that felt intimate. Late-night live streams where he sang casually, laughed freely, and spoke as if he were talking to friends rather than millions of strangers. Posts that felt spontaneous and unfiltered. Songs that sounded like confessions, filled with longing, devotion, and emotional honesty. To many fans, Jungkook wasn't just an idol. He became comfort, a constant presence. Someone who felt close even though he was impossibly far away. But intense love has a hidden cost. The more Jungkook opened himself to the world, the more the world felt entitled to him. Every smile was analyzed. Every friendship became suspicious. Every interaction with a female idol or celebrity turned into a rumor waiting to explode. Fans didn't just want his music anymore. They wanted his heart, his thoughts, his private life. They wanted to know who he loved, how he felt, and whether there was room for anyone else besides them. Slowly, subtly, something began to change. It didn't happen overnight. There was no announcement, no scandal to explain it, no controversy to point fingers at. It was quieter than that. Jungkook started pulling back. Live streams became less frequent. Social media posts became shorter, more controlled. The warmth was still there, but it felt guarded. Smiles appeared, but they didn't linger the same way. Fans noticed before the media ever did. And when fans notice silence, they panic. On YouTube, a wave of videos began to surface. Why Jungkook feels different now. Jungkook before and after fame. Is Jungkook okay? He doesn't smile like he used to. The comment sections told a story of their own. Worry, nostalgia, confusion. Some fans said he looked tired. Others said he looked lonely. Many said they missed the old Jungkook. But no one could quite define what old really meant. Was it the Jungkook who laughed freely because he hadn't yet learned how dangerous openness could be? Or was it the Jungkook fans wanted him to stay forever, frozen in a version of himself that existed only in their memories? Then came the military era, bringing with it a physical distance fans expected but an emotional distance they were not prepared for. Fans respected the duty. They understood the uniform. But what unsettled them was the quiet that followed. No casual updates. No reassuring words. No gentle reminders that everything was okay. Time passed, and Jungkook remained mostly silent. And in the absence of information, fans filled the gaps with speculation. Some believed he was protecting his mental health. Others believed he was recovering from burnout after years of non-stop pressure. And then there were the whispers, the theories fans spoke softly about but searched loudly online. What if Jungkook had fallen in love? What if he finally experienced something private, something real, and realized just how little of himself truly belonged to him? Jungkook has always been surrounded by romantic speculation. His name has been linked to countless women over the years, often based on the smallest details. A shared glance, similar timing, a rumor sparked by coincidence. Old clips were resurfaced and reanalyzed. Innocent moments were transformed into supposed evidence. And through it all, Jungkook said nothing. No confirmation. No denial. No attempt to control the narrative. Silence in celebrity culture is dangerous. Fans often interpret it as guilt, confession, or secrecy. But silence can also be a boundary. And for someone like Jungkook, boundaries may have come too late. What many fans forget is that Jungkook did not grow into fame slowly. He was a child when the world began watching him. He learned how to perform emotion before fully understanding it. He learned how to smile under pressure before he learned how to protect himself. Every mistake he made would never be private. Every feeling he expressed would be dissected. That kind of life doesn't just shape a career, it reshapes a person. For many fans, Jungkook became more than an artist. He became emotional support. His voice helped them through loneliness. His songs helped them through heartbreak. His presence felt safe. But when someone becomes your emotional refuge, losing access to them feels personal. When Jungkook went quiet, fans didn't just miss content. They felt abandoned. And yet, was it abandonment? Or was it survival? Silence may be the only space Jungkook has ever truly owned. A place where he doesn't have to perform. Where he doesn't have to reassure millions of people at once. Where he can exist as a man, not a symbol. Fans want answers because uncertainty is uncomfortable. They want reassurance because it restores the illusion of closeness. But perhaps Jungkook's silence is his way of finally choosing himself. There is something deeply human about pulling away after years of being constantly available. About realizing that being loved by millions does not mean being understood. About discovering that privacy is not selfish but necessary. Jungkook's silence doesn't mean he no longer cares. It may mean he cares enough to protect what remains of himself. And that is what makes this moment so difficult for fans. Silence cannot be argued with, cannot be decoded with certainty. It leaves room for fear, imagination, and longing. Jungkook's story is not about disappearance. It's about transition. About the painful space between who he was allowed to be and who he may finally be becoming. About learning that giving everything to the world can leave you with nothing left for yourself. His silence may feel cold to fans, but it may also be the warmest thing he has ever done for his own heart. And so the question remains. Not whether Jungkook will return louder, brighter, or more open than before, but whether fans will learn to love him without demanding access to every part of him. Whether they will accept that silence does not erase connection. Whether they will understand that sometimes the most honest thing a person can do is step back. Because in the end, Jungkook is still here, still loved, still remembered, still watched. And his silence, unsettling as it may be, has only proven one thing, that even without saying a word, Jungkook remains one of the most powerful emotional figures in modern pop culture.